A lawyer is after you because you have two things they want are. Archangel Michael says, listen closely, because what is about to be revealed to you cannot be ignored. A shadow has been following you, silent but intentional, and now its form has taken shape in the figure of a lawyer. This is no ordinary legal matter, it is a direct strike against your peace, your security, and your divine inheritance. The story begins in whispers, with documents shifting in unseen places and conversations happening in dark corners. Someone, perhaps closer to you than you imagine, has set this chain of events in motion. Their envy created the fire, and now the legal system is being used as the weapon. This lawyer is not chasing you randomly, their pursuit is focused, personal, and tied to something of great value that rests in your life. It is about two things, two assets, two truths, two treasures, that they believe they can claim as their own. Their confidence is not natural, it is fueled by someone feeding them information about you. The path ahead is dangerous, not because you lack strength, but because those aligned against you have patience and cunning. The energy around this case has been building, gathering force, waiting for the right moment to erupt. That moment is now pressing closer with every passing hour. Type Amen 333 to break the chains of those working against you. They have studied you for longer than you realize, compiling facts, watching your moves, analyzing your connections. Even in your quietest days, they were writing, filing, and planning in silence. It is a strange kind of betrayal when you discover that someone was never idle but preparing a storm against you. This storm is not physical thunder and lightning, it is paper, stamps, signatures, and false declarations dressed in the language of authority. The lawyer is not the mastermind but the executor, a hired sword whose job is to wound your credibility. And they are approaching quickly, guided by greed and the lies whispered into their ear. There is a weight behind this pursuit, and it comes not only from earthly forces but from spiritual manipulation. Dark energy is woven into their strategy, making it more than just a legal challenge. It is an attack on your spirit, meant to weaken your resolve and push you into despair. Archangel Michael says, you are not defenseless, though the world may try to strip you of your voice. You carry a shield unseen, and when truth rises, even the sharpest words of false lawyers will lose their sting. Yet you must stay alert, because the traps they set are designed to look like opportunities. Type Amen 444 to receive divine covering against false judgments. The first of the two things they want is something material, something tangible that represents years of effort, energy, and sacrifice. It could be property, wealth, or documents tied to your name. They see it not as yours but as a prize they are entitled to claim. The second is even more dangerous because it is not a thing of this world. It is your influence, your name, your power to stand in light when others hide in shadows. They want control over how people see you, twisting your reputation so that their story seems stronger than your truth. They believe that if they can tarnish your image, then whatever material possession you hold will also become easier to steal. Reputation and wealth, those are the twin targets. These two pillars of your life are what the lawyer has been instructed to dismantle. This pursuit has already begun, and though you may not yet have seen all the papers, they are circulating. Behind closed doors, discussions have already been had, and some signatures may already exist on documents you haven't touched. They are moving while hoping you remain still. Type Amen 555 to activate light over every hidden file with your name. The danger here is not simply what they are taking but how they are taking it. They are disguising theft as legality, deception as justice, betrayal as procedure. And when these masks are worn, the unsuspecting can easily be fooled. But you are not unsuspecting anymore. The veil has been lifted, and now you are aware of the danger before it fully steps into your path. Awareness is your first line of protection, and with it, you can move strategically. The lawyer has allies, but you have something far stronger, divine backing. Every time they raise a false claim, it collides with the shield of truth that surrounds you. It may feel heavy, but this case will not swallow you if you remain centered. Archangel Michael says, "There is a fire rising in your defense, even as they plot in darkness." Stand firm, because heaven's pen is writing your vindication, even while their hands move against you. What they think is sealed will unravel in their very grasp. Type Amen 777 to seal your vindication in heaven's ink. The lawyer's strategy is built on timing, and timing is the sharpest weapon in their hands. They will attempt to catch you off guard, striking when you least expect it. Their moves are deliberate, designed to pressure you into making mistakes. But what they don't realize is that divine eyes have already seen their scheme. Every shadow they creep through has been illuminated, and every whisper they send out has been recorded in the unseen. Their confidence is misplaced, because light always overtakes darkness when it is exposed. The documents they prepare will look convincing, layered with words that seem final. Yet in those words lie cracks, inconsistencies, and flaws that they hope you will not notice. These cracks will be the very points where their case begins to collapse. Your strength in this moment is not aggression but clarity. The one who stands calmly while storms rage has already defeated half the battle. Do not let their pressure bend your spirit into panic. Type Amen 111 to walk in clarity and calmness while storms rise. The first signal of their approach will not be loud. It may be a letter, a message, a sudden knock that feels colder than usual. Small details will mark the beginning of their attempt to corner you. When this moment arrives, you will recognize it instantly, because the air itself will shift. That tightening in your spirit is not fear but warning, alerting you to prepare your stance. Do not dismiss it. Awareness is the greatest weapon heaven grants you before the storm. They will use your own patience against you, stretching time so that doubt creeps in. Waiting is part of their strategy, making you wonder if anything is truly happening. But behind those delays, moves are unfolding faster than you realize. Archangel Michael says, "Stand firm in the waiting, for silence does not mean safety." Even in quiet moments, prepare yourself, because readiness ensures their strike finds no weak point. Your shield is forged before the battle begins, not during it. Type Amen 222 to stay fortified during every silent moment. The lawyer's obsession with you has grown because they believe these two treasures are already within their reach. They speak of it with certainty, as though the outcome is inevitable. This arrogance blinds them to the truth that their foundation is weak. The first treasure, the tangible possession, is guarded by more than just law, it is shielded by destiny. What was built with pure hands cannot be stolen through deception. They may touch it, but they will not hold it. The second treasure, your name and influence, has been under attack before, yet you are still standing. Every attempt to destroy your reputation has only revealed the lies of your enemies. And this time will be no different. Truth will speak louder than their false declarations. They think by combining these two attacks, material and personal, they can break you fully. But breaking you is not written in your story. What is written is that their plan collapses before it ever reaches its peak. Type Amen 666 to claim victory over those who seek your downfall. The lawyer's steps are calculated, but each step leaves a trace. And every trace leads to exposure when the right light shines. They cannot erase the footprints of their actions, no matter how careful they try to be. Soon, a conversation will surface, a word spoken too confidently, a detail revealed too freely. That slip will act like a spark, burning away the secrecy they thought would shield them. You will see that heaven has a way of turning their arrogance into their undoing. Even their allies will begin to grow uneasy. What starts as unity in darkness will dissolve into doubt, because deception always breeds mistrust. Their circle is not as loyal as they believe. Archangel Michael says, "Do not fear the circle they build around you, for their walls are paper thin." When truth presses against them, those walls will fold, and their unity will scatter like dust in the wind. Type Amen 888 to scatter every circle formed against you. The pressure may intensify in the coming days, and you may feel the weight pressing on your chest. It is not weakness but awareness of the battle forming. What you feel is confirmation of the magnitude of what is unfolding. Your discernment is sharpening, and this sharpening is part of your preparation. Every sound, every word, every sign carries a message for you to notice. Nothing is random anymore, everything holds significance. The lawyer believes they are pursuing two simple goals. But in truth, they are meddling with something sacred, something chosen, something sealed. This is why their pursuit is destined to crumble. They are reaching for what does not belong to them. What you must do now is remain grounded, holding tightly to your center. Let their noise rise, but do not echo it. Peace will be your loudest statement against them. Type Amen 999 to remain grounded and unshaken. The lawyer is not only after your possessions but also after your silence. They want to corner you into a place where your voice carries no power, where your words are drowned out by their noise. This is why they move with confidence, thinking they can bury you under their weight. But silence is not your portion. Even when you feel surrounded, there is still strength within you to speak and act. Your voice will not be erased, because it carries authority far beyond the courtroom of men. They underestimate you because they believe the battle is only legal. What they forget is that battles of destiny are never fought on one level alone. This is more than law, it is a spiritual confrontation designed to strip you of what heaven has given. The moment they touch what does not belong to them, they invite consequences greater than their own strategy. What they seek to take will burn their hands like fire. What they claim will never sit peacefully in their possession. Type Amen 123 to guard your voice from silence. In the nights to come, you may feel their presence even in your dreams. Papers, signatures, and arguments may echo in your mind, stirring unease. This is not coincidence, it is the energy of their pursuit pressing toward you. Do not fear these signs, because they are warnings, not outcomes. The dreams reveal what they attempt to hide, showing you the intensity of their focus. Instead of fear, let awareness sharpen your steps. Their impatience is growing. They thought the process would move faster, but their delays are frustrating them. Impatience will lead to their mistakes, and those mistakes will open doors for your protection. Archangel Michael says, every hidden document with your name will be overturned. Every lie sealed in ink will be broken. No signature will stand against the truth written over your destiny. Type Amen 321 to cancel the lies sealed in paper. The lawyer's greatest weapon is intimidation. They do not always need victory in court, they only need you to believe you are defeated before the fight begins. This is why their words will be heavy, their tone sharp, and their letters designed to unsettle your mind. But intimidation fades when it meets inner fire. The moment you refuse to bend, their power begins to crack. What they hoped would paralyze you becomes nothing more than wasted effort. They will try to show evidence, to display proof, to parade documents that seem convincing. Yet beneath the surface, those documents hold emptiness. The truth they claim to have is a construction of lies stacked one upon another. The collapse of lies is never quiet, it comes with noise, scattering, and exposure. And soon, that noise will erupt from their own side, leaving them scrambling for cover. Their downfall is written in their methods. Type Amen 432 to break intimidation before it reaches you. As their pursuit deepens, others will begin to notice what is unfolding. Whispers will spread in your circle, and questions will be asked in places you never expected. They will try to control the story before it escapes their grip. This is why they attack your name as strongly as your possessions. A stolen reputation makes it easier for them to steal anything else. But your name has already been marked with light, and light does not dim when shadows rise. The attacks will sound loud, but the truth will remain louder. Every false story they spread will backfire, drawing more attention to their lies than to your supposed fault. They will reveal themselves in their desperation. Archangel Michael says, they want to rewrite your story, but your story is sealed already. Their words are temporary, yours will endure. Their version will collapse before it can even take hold. Type Amen 543 to protect your name from false rewriting. There will come a night when everything feels heavier than usual. You may sense the weight pressing stronger, as though the walls themselves are echoing with tension. This is the peak of their attempt, when they feel closest to victory. But that very peak will be their turning point. The higher they rise in arrogance, the harder their fall will be. Their overconfidence will lead them into exposure. In those moments, your task will be simple: hold your ground. Do not rush, do not panic, do not give them what they want. Their urgency will work against them, not you. Type Amen 654 to hold your ground at the turning point. The lawyer's client, the one truly behind this pursuit, is trembling even now. They are not as confident as they appear. Their fear grows because they know they are touching what is not theirs. They wanted you weakened, but instead they feel the resistance of your strength. Their alliance with the lawyer is fragile, built on greed rather than loyalty. That fragile foundation will shatter the moment pressure increases. You will soon see cracks forming between them. Arguments will rise, trust will break, and their unity will dissolve. They cannot stand together when the very ground they stand on is unstable. Archangel Michael says, "Do not fear their numbers, for unity in darkness cannot stand long." Their alliance is only for a moment, and soon it will scatter, leaving them exposed and alone. Type Amen 765 to scatter false alliances against you. The lawyer believes they are operating from a place of control, but control is slipping from their hands. They have built a web, but webs tear easily when pulled at the right angle. Their confidence is only a mask, hiding the cracks that already exist. Each move they make costs them more than they expect. Time, energy, and reputation are draining from them with every step. What was supposed to be a victory will soon reveal itself as their own downfall. Their arrogance will not allow them to retreat. They have already invested too much pride into this pursuit. So, instead of stopping, they will press harder, unaware that pressing harder only quickens their collapse. This is where you will see the shift. What once felt like a chase will begin to feel like a reversal. They are no longer hunting you, you are becoming the one exposing them. Type Amen 876 to turn the chase into reversal. The documents they prepare will move from office to office. They will attempt to stack their claims higher, hoping weight alone will convince others. But papers are lifeless without truth, and truth is not on their side. What they do not know is that hidden hands are already at work on your behalf. Someone, somewhere, will not allow the lies to go unnoticed. A quiet witness will rise, bringing forth the details they tried to bury. This witness may not even know they are part of your protection. They will simply speak, reveal, or share something at the right time. And that single moment will unravel much of the lawyer's effort. Even the system they think is on their side is watching carefully. Laws may bend for a season, but not forever. The cracks in their case will grow wider. Type Amen 987 to release the voice of the hidden witness. At the core of this pursuit is envy. Someone saw what you carried and decided it should belong to them. They could not bear to see you hold what they could never truly earn. Envy is a fire that consumes even its own master. It blinds, it corrupts, it pushes people into foolishness. And this fire has driven them to hire the lawyer who now shadows your steps. But fire cannot burn forever without fuel. Soon, their energy will run out. What started with force will end with weakness. Your role is not to feed their flames with reaction. Your calmness starves them of satisfaction, leaving them restless and broken in their own pursuit. Type Amen 1111 to starve the flames of envy. There will be moments when your spirit feels pulled down by heaviness. This is not weakness, it is the weight of battle pressing around you. The unseen world is shifting, and you are at the center of it. Do not mistake heaviness for defeat. It is only a sign of the power that is being contested in your life. The stronger the attack, the greater the treasure being protected. The lawyer is nothing more than a tool, an instrument used for a darker plan. But even tools can be broken. Once broken, they can no longer serve the hand that wields them. Archangel Michael says, you will not fall under the weight pressing against you. What is heavy now will become light, and what is stolen will return multiplied. Type Amen 22:22 to transform heaviness into lightness. The climax of their pursuit is drawing near. They are preparing their strongest argument, their final attempt to break your defense. But in preparing this final strike, they expose the fullness of their plan. This exposure will not come quietly. It will burst forth suddenly, as if a curtain is torn away. What they tried to keep hidden will be displayed openly. The people who once doubted you will see clearly. Those who were uncertain will finally understand the truth. And the lawyer, along with their client, will stand bare before all. Their shame will be the very ground where your vindication is built. What was meant to bury you will instead lift you higher. This is the turning of the battle. Type Amen 33:33 to seal your vindication. The court of man can make mistakes, but the court of heaven cannot. What is decided above will always override what is plotted below. The two treasures they seek are beyond their reach, no matter how close they appear. The material possession will remain in your hands. It was planted in your life with purpose, and purpose cannot be uprooted by deception. It will be preserved. Your name will not only survive the attack, it will shine brighter. What was whispered against you will become the testimony that proves your resilience. Their attempt to stain you will polish you instead. Archangel Michael says, "Stand tall, for the shadows are breaking apart." Your story does not end in defeat, it rises in triumph, written for all to see. Type Amen 44:44 to rise in triumph. The lawyer will fade into silence after this battle. Their energy, their influence, and their role will vanish like smoke. They will be remembered not for victory but for failure. And the one who sent them will regret ever lifting their hand against you. Regret will chase them more than you ever did. Their loss will outweigh anything they hoped to gain. What was designed as your downfall becomes your elevation. What was meant to strip you becomes the reason you are seen as untouchable. The shift is complete. This is your moment of release, your season of vindication, your chapter of triumph. The shadows lose their grip, and light writes the ending. Type Amen 55:55 to walk fully into your triumph. The days ahead will reveal more than you expect. Tiny signs will appear, pieces of information slipping out from the lawyer's side. Every detail that escapes will serve as a breadcrumb leading you to the truth of their scheme. It will feel strange at first, almost as if you're overhearing conversations not meant for you. But these are not accidents, they are divine leaks breaking through their secrecy. What was whispered in darkness cannot remain hidden forever. Their overconfidence makes them careless. They think no one is watching, but eyes are upon them at every turn. And in their arrogance, they will expose themselves. The trap they designed for you is becoming their own. Each step forward is another rope around their neck. They walk blindly into their own downfall. Type Amen 66:66 to reverse every trap against you. When the first major crack appears, it will be subtle. A document will not align, a statement will not match, a witness will falter in their words. That single flaw will begin the chain reaction. From that flaw, the rest of their case will start to unravel. The more they try to patch it, the more obvious the weakness becomes. Their foundation is collapsing beneath them. It will be difficult for them to admit defeat. Pride is their strongest fuel, and pride never allows surrender. They will keep fighting, but it will only deepen their loss. Archangel Michael says, "Do not fear the noise of their persistence. A dying fire still crackles, but it cannot last. The louder they become, the closer they are to silence." Type Amen 7777 to silence their noise forever. There is a moment coming when you will feel the shift in your spirit. The heaviness will lift suddenly, replaced by calmness you cannot explain. That moment will signal the victory already unfolding. From then on, their words will lose their sting. The intimidation will feel weak, and their presence will no longer shake you. You will realize that the battle has already been won. The material possession they sought will remain untouchable. What they claimed with boldness will slip through their hands like sand. They will have nothing left to grasp. Your name, once targeted, will shine brighter than before. Those who doubted you will see you differently, and their respect will deepen. The attack will turn into testimony. Type Amen 8888 to step fully into your testimony. The lawyer will retreat into silence, but it will not end quietly for them. Their reputation will carry the scar of this failure. Others will hesitate to trust them again, knowing they attempted to take down someone protected. And the one who sent them will live with regret. They thought they had found a clever way to win, but what they found instead was their own exposure. Their loss will weigh heavier than anything they hoped to gain. This is not just your victory, it is also their lesson. They touched what was never theirs to claim. And now, consequences will follow them long after this battle ends. You, however, will move forward free. Unburdened. Lifted higher than you were before the storm began. Type Amen 9999 to close this chapter with freedom. Your journey through this has been more than a legal battle. It has been a refining fire, proving your resilience and sharpening your discernment. What once would have shaken you no longer has that power. You have stood through whispers, papers, shadows, and threats. Yet you are still standing, stronger now than ever before. This is not just survival, it is transformation. The treasures they tried to take have revealed their true value. You now see clearly how much they matter, both in the natural and in the spiritual. Their attack has shown you the depth of your own worth. And in the end, their pursuit has only highlighted your victory. They thought they would break you, but they only elevated you. Their plan was the platform for your rise. Type Amen 1010 to step into your elevation. The storm has passed, but its memory will remain as a testimony. You will look back and see how every detail worked together for your protection. Even what seemed like setbacks were guiding you toward the outcome. No lawyer, no signature, no false witness had the power to erase what was sealed for you. They tried, but they failed. And their failure is your evidence. You now carry a new strength, a shield forged in fire. It will guard you in every battle ahead, reminding you of what you overcame. Nothing will touch you the same way again. Archangel Michael says, your story is sealed in triumph, and nothing they built against you will rise again. Walk boldly, for the road ahead is cleared for your steps. Type Amen 1111 to walk boldly into your cleared path. The energy around their pursuit has not fully vanished yet. Even as their case weakens, there are ripples of resistance still moving in the background. They do not want to accept defeat, so they cling to fragments of hope. These fragments are nothing more than illusions. They appear strong for a moment, but they fade quickly when pressed. You will see them reaching for straws that cannot hold their weight. Every attempt from this point forward will feel weaker than the last. Their words will lack the force they once carried. Their plans will sound empty, and those who once believed them will begin to turn away. You will notice a shift in conversations, in how people look at you, and in the way whispers fall silent. This shift marks the collapse of their influence. Their voice is no longer the loudest in the room. Type Amen 1212 to silence every lingering whisper. The lawyer may try to mask their defeat with arrogance. They will continue to walk with a posture of control, but it is only for show. Inside, their confidence is crumbling. The signs will be clear: hesitations in their speech, delays in their actions, contradictions in their claims. These are cracks that no mask can cover. The truth of their collapse will bleed through. Their client, the one who pushed this case forward, will grow restless. Frustration will build, and blame will begin to shift. What was once an alliance will turn into finger-pointing. And as they blame each other, the power of their pursuit dissolves further. They cannot fight you and fight each other at the same time. Their collapse is now inevitable. Type Amen 1313 to accelerate their collapse. You will soon stand in a place of vindication. The atmosphere around you will change, carrying the weight of freedom. What once pressed heavily on your shoulders will lift, leaving space for peace to flow. People will begin to see your endurance. They will recognize that you stood through a storm designed to break you. And in their recognition, your name will rise higher than before. The very attempt to tarnish your reputation will polish it instead. What they meant for harm has only built credibility around you. The darkness they threw has turned into light around your story. This is the paradox they did not anticipate. By attacking you, they made you stronger. By lying about you, they proved your truth. Type Amen 1414 to rise higher through vindication. The treasures they wanted remain in your hands. The material possession is secured, untouchable by their schemes. It will continue to serve its purpose in your life. Your name, your influence, your light, it shines brighter now than ever. They cannot dim it, no matter how much they tried. Their attempts have only drawn more attention to your strength. There will come a day soon when they look back with regret. They will wonder why they ever thought they could take what was never theirs. That regret will follow them long after you've moved on. And you will step forward free, lighter, and more confident than before. The storm has shaped you, not broken you. You emerge with proof of your unshakable spirit. Type Amen 1515 to seal your freedom. Archangel Michael says, your shield has been tested and proven. What was thrown against you has fallen, and you stand unharmed. Move boldly now, for nothing can rise again in the same way against you. The story is not ending in fear, it ends in triumph. What began in shadows closes in light. What started with threats concludes with blessing. The lawyer will fade into silence, their client swallowed in regret. And you will carry the victory into every step forward. Their pursuit was loud, but your triumph is louder. This is your moment of release, the final breaking of chains. The battle is over, the noise has ended, and peace is restored. You walk into a new season unbound. Type Amen 1616 to step into your restored peace. The suspense has carried us through the battle, the pursuit, the collapse, and the vindication. Now we are closing in on the grand finale.